Yeah, thanks for joining. So today we are going to discuss about the LearnerScript, which is advanced analytics plugin for Moodle LMS, which is built by eApps Info Solutions, which is a Moodle partner from India. So we've been partners from since 4 years, and we've been doing the Moodle services from almost like a decade. So we recently launched this product called LearnerScript to provide a better reporting tool for the Moodle. So today we are going to discuss about the introduction of LearnerScript, what is LearnerScript, and why we need a LearnerScript, and the features of LearnerScript, and we'll have a live demo, and we'll have a Q&A session and closure. Okay, when it comes to the introduction, let me just share my screen again so that I can show my other desktop. Yeah, so this is the LearnerScript website. So recently, we launched this new look for our website. So it's like a version 2.0 for our website. So what is LearnerScript and why we need for Moodle LMS? See, LearnerScript is a plugin for Moodle LMS. It's not an external tool to integrate with, or you don't need to share your data with any external tool to create reports or generate reports or view reports. So this is available as a plugin, Moodle plugin, so that you can install it into your Moodle directly, and you'll have it in your own premises, and you can customize the reports, and you can add your own dashboard reports and everything. So everything within Moodle. So that's the reason we are calling it as advanced solution. Because this is our website, you can always just go through this website and check anytime.
Does it act like a true plugin? So when you release updates, we can just update the plugin via the Moodle site?
Yes, it's just a plugin. If you know the plugin, it's just a plugin of Moodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me jump back quickly to my slideshow. Okay. So what you can do with LearnerScript, I mean to say why you need LearnerScript. So LearnerScript has so many features, so many interesting features, but some of them are listed here, and some of the interesting features you need to know about the LearnerScript. So using LearnerScript, if you want to have a reporting tool, you need to have a nice dashboard, reporting dashboard for your Moodle. So LearnerScript provides 4 different dashboards by default for admin, 1 dashboard for teacher and 1 for student. And not only that, you can create your own dashboards, okay? And you can create a dashboards for a different roles in the system. And you can create multiple dashboards, depends on your requirement. For example, if you have questions or a quiz as a major module in your system, so you want to create a different dashboard for a quiz itself, so you can do that. You can just create a quiz dashboard. And if you want to have another dashboard for any role like a teacher or student, you can do that. You can do the dashboards using LearnerScript. That's one of the major feature we have in LearnerScript. And when you are viewing the data, it's not about just a tabular format, a table, or just a data. You need a graphical formats of a report so that you can have a better insight of it. So LearnerScript supports charts, different type of charts, and you can configure those graphs from the front end very easily. When I'm showing the demo, you'll understand how easily you can add graphs to the report. And you don't need to learn the tool before you getting started. LearnerScript is providing like 80+ canned reports to by default. When you install the plugin, when you configure it, automatically it will configure the 80+ canned reports. When I say canned reports, there are some of the reports we provide with tool. So we did some research and we got some requirements from the client. So combining all those, we created some reports and dashboards. So everything will be set up for you when you install and configure the plugin. So you don't need to start from the scratch. You can just install, configure, and you can go with existing reports. And there are some features like interacting with the trainers and users. For example, if you want to communicate with any student, so you can do that very quickly with the internal messaging. So that I'll show you in a minute. And another important feature of LearnerScript is a scheduling report. You can schedule the report so that you can see the report without logging into the system. So if you want to schedule a report, particular report, if you want a course enrollment report every week or a month, so you don't want to log into the system and check that. You want to have it in your inbox, email inbox. So you can just configure that. You can schedule that, saying that, okay, I want this report every week on Saturday to my inbox. So you can schedule it, you'll have it, and you don't need to log into the system, and you can see the report with the live data. So that's a scheduling feature. And typically we'll have a downloading formats like PDF, Excel, CSV, and ODS for all the reports in LearnerScript. And you can restrict the reports, using the permissions feature. When you have a permission, you don't want to show particular report to a role or a user, you can do that. You can restrict that particular report based on your requirement.
And can I schedule reports and email them to users outside, to people outside the system?
No, the people inside the system, only the stakeholders. I mean, either students or teacher or anyone.
Okay, so if I've got, so for example, we have students and we deal direct with their employer or line manager, but their line manager isn't a student within the system, I couldn't send the report direct to them. No, there would need to be an account in the system for that person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So see why I think why we need to have an account in the system, to check the permission. You can't just send the report to anyone. So when you are scheduling a report, we're going to check the permissions. This particular user has the right to get the report or not. So based on that permissions, we'll get the report. When we don't have user account, it's too difficult to handling that particular thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, apart from that, apart from the technical point of view, we have other advantage using this tool. Like it's a responsive design. It will work fine with any device like mobile, tablet, or bigger desktops and everything. So we tested with almost like a 13 plus major Moodle teams, and it works pretty well with all the teams, and it works for all the devices. And it's easily installable. As I said, it's a plugin, so you can easily install it. You get a complete source code, okay, and you don't need to depend on any third-party tool. So you'll get a complete source code and you can install it. And it's a one-time purchase, and you don't need to pay yearly or monthly subscription, something like that. It's a one-time purchase. Once you purchase it, you will have a complete source code and you can install it. So, and this one-time purchase comes with a 1-year free premium support. When I say premium support, it covers bug fixing, updates, and upgrades for 1 year. And
okay, so and what happens after that 1 year?
After that, you need to renewal that premium support. You have a general email support, but if you want to premium support, you can renewal that premium support.
Okay, so if I want support that just updates, so as we update our Moodle to a later version, how much is because I had a look on your website, I couldn't see that. So how much to get ongoing updates?
It's not about just updates. So if you want to continue with the free premium support, premium support, you need to pay $500 per year.
$400, yeah?
$500 per year.
500, yeah.
Yes, okay. It covers. It will continue the same premium support for next year. Okay, and it is supporting almost all major versions of Moodle. We are even testing the 3.7 version of Moodle. So 3.6 we already tested and it's working fine. So now we are testing 3.7. There are some UI changes coming from the Moodle. So we are testing the 3.7. Soon we are going to launch 3.7 also. So it supports almost all major versions of Moodle. Okay, let's just start with a live demo. So I will share screen again. Hope you can see my screen. So
yes, I can see.
Here, from this view demo button, I can just jump to my live demo site. So I'll just click on view demo so that I can open the demo site. Here we have a demo readers for manager, teacher, and student. So you can always go and play around with that. Now I log in as admin.
Okay.
So when you log in, this is Moodle site, the demo site. And when you log into your Moodle site, when you install and configure this particular plugin, you will have this block configured automatically. Okay.
Okay.
And when you click
so
on,
just quick question, just the theme that you have on the site there, is that the Advisor REMUI theme, REMU theme?
no, it's a Move theme. It's a free theme.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did some customizations, but it's a Move theme. Okay. So this is a LearnerScript dashboard. When you click on that LearnerScript link, it will take you to the dashboard. This is a LearnerScript reporting dashboard. It's different from your regular dashboard. So it's a reporting dashboard, and which is automatically configured for you. Okay. And as I said, you have 4 different dashboards set up for you for admin. And we have a list of 80 plus scanned reports. You can just go and see here in manage reports thing. You have all the reports you have here as a list. And I'll explain you the features of each dashboard. When you add a new dashboard, or if you have a dashboard, there are some features for each dashboard. Like on top of this particular thing is a timeline. You can just go back in time and check the data for that particular time duration. For example, I want the data for last 1 year, or I may want data for last 1 month, or I may even want the data for example, I want data for this particular custom date range. So I can get the data for a selected time duration.
Okay.
So that's a time duration filter, so that it is very useful when you want to see the data for a particular time duration, and you want to see the data for only last 1 year. So it's depending on your requirement. You can just go back and check the data, and it will filter the complete dashboard based on that filter. And on the right hand side, there are some action icons for each dashboard. The first one will be the switch dashboard, where you can switch between multiple dashboards easily. For example, I have a course dashboard, so I want to switch to course dashboard. I can just click on the course dashboard and I can switch to course dashboard. And if I want to jump back to geographical dashboard, I can do that. Just switching between the dashboard. As I said, you can create a multiple dashboard with a Moodle, with a LearnerScript. So you can create, you can just jump between these dashboards. So that's the first one, switching dashboard. And the next one will be the add widgets and add tiles. What is widgets and what is tiles? See, this dashboard is built with the widgets and tiles. So these graphical formats, bigger blocks, we call it as a widgets. And these smaller informative statistics information, we call it as a tiles. We want to differentiate the widgets and tiles, just because, if you have information with a single record, for example, you may have so many statistics, like so many, single record columns, single record reports. So you want to have it as a tiles, you don't want to have graphs for that. You have a single information like enrollment, completion, users, learners, and instructors, something like that. So these kind of reports, we call it as a tiles. So that this is a statistics type of report, so that you can write your own query and you can create your own tiles. And these graphs, bigger blocks, we call it as widgets. So this is a combination of widgets and tiles. When I click on add widget, I can see all the widgets available in the system. So how can we create these widgets? It's a very simple. If you create a report, that report is available as a widget. So that widget, you can add it to the dashboard, or you can add it to any page you want in the Moodle. For example, you want to add this particular top trending courses to your main dashboard. You can do that. It's just adding a block. That's simple. You can add this widget anywhere in the Moodle. And the good thing about these widgets, if you add these widgets to course, so it will automatically filter the data for that particular course, and it will show the information for that particular course. So it's kind of a smart filter. It will take the context and it will filter the data for you where the block is located, where the widget is located. So that's kind of widgets we have. So when you create a report, it will convert it as a widget. And here we have a link to add report. So when you click on add report, it will take you to the form where you can add new report. Let me just show you how to add report, how to design a report, how to add that report to the dashboard. Okay. So I'll just give a name for the report, like course report, and I'll select the data set. So these are all the existing data sets. As I said, there are 80 plus scan reports. So those reports built using this data sets. So when I say data sets, it's a collection of data points. It may be directly coming from the database, or there are some calculated columns. For example, when I take the courses data set to create this course report, when I click on next, I'll have this design page where I can design the report. Here, if you can see, this is the course field, which is directly coming from the database, all the columns from the database related to course. And there are some calculated fields like enrollments, completions, activities, progress, and average grades, so many other calculated columns. So this is, we call it as a data set. Using this single data set, you can create n number of reports based on your requirement. So now I just want to create a course report. I'll just select the full name, and I'll change the label as course. Add. Now I added the course, and I can change the alignment of this column. Like I want left because it is a string, so I'll just align it to left, and I can drag and drop the columns like this. It's very easy to create a report. You can just drag and drop the columns like that, and I can change the label.
Okay. Can you put the progress one in as well, please?
Yeah. So just drag here, and if you want to just, you can switch even so that it will add, and you can rename it. So we click on the preview. As you can see, this is the report we have in the preview, and there are the filters on the right hand side. See, each and every data set has some predefined filters. So it depends on your requirement. You can enable any of them. Here we have category process. Yeah.
Okay, so we use cohorts. Is cohorts not a filter? No, so I couldn't create a report that was filterable by cohorts at the moment. No.
Yeah, we can discuss that, definitely. We can discuss that. Yeah, it's very easy to have all those kind of additional customization. So here we have a categories filter, and now we want to add some calculations here, like that. And I want enrollments average and completed maximum completions. So I can just select the calculation type, so that I can just drag and select the calculation type, so that I'll have these calculations in my report. And there is ordering, default ordering. For example, I want to order the report with the time created descending, so that recently created courses will come on top of the list. And which type of export formats I need, like PDF and Excel. So I'll select both of them, and I'll just click on save, so that it will create the report. While I'm explaining, it took some time, but if you want to create a report, it's very quick to create a report. It's just drag and drop thing. So this is our report. So
can you go back to the list of criteria? So we have a report that's we use a lot at the moment, that was designed in the the configurable reports widget. So can you scroll down the available columns, please?
Yeah.
So so enrollment, okay, so average time spent. Okay, so there's again in our report column we use report end dates and start dates. So they don't exist at the moment, no. So
yeah, for the existing data sets, if you have any customizations, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, if you want to add graphs to this report, okay, there is an option here, add graph. I'll just select the graph type, and I'll say, okay, I want to see the participation graph per course, for enrollments and completions. So I'll just say add. So graph created successfully, and I added the graph here. And now I want to make this graph somewhat meaningful. I don't want to see all the courses. If I have 100 courses, I don't want to see everything here. So I want to make some insights here, like I want to see top 10 courses based on enrollments. Okay, I can do that just by sorting the enrollments in descending order and limit it to 10, so that
Okay.
I'll have top 10 participation. And I'll just say add. So that's how I'll get top 10 participated courses. And now I can add multiple graphs here. I can say I want to see activity, and I'll just select the activities and course and set data label, add it. So we have that. So we can easily switch between these graphs. So that's how easily I can add graphs here. Okay, and if I go to filter, I enable the categories filter here. I can just filter the categories, and I'll say apply. So as you can see, both graphs and table affected with the filter. So that's how it works. So I can just clear it everything. And as you can see here, the duration filter, it will apply for each and every report and dashboard you create in LearnerScript. It will apply.
Okay.
So for every report, you will have this duration filter. And if you want to understand how exactly we are taking these data points, you can always go here with the help. Here we have a clear description of what is this data set doing and how we are calculating each and every column. Okay, and we now we want to set some permission to this report. For example, I'll just go to permissions tab, and I think as you said, you are familiar with configurable reports. There are some familiarities with the configurable reports. We inspired from the configurable reports a lot. So if you know the configurable reports, it's very easy to configure and working with this. And we made some of the tasks very easy from the configurable reports. So now here the permissions, if I want to set a permissions, for example, I want to select a particular role. I want to assign this report to manager. I'll just assign this to manager. If I want to assign this report to a teacher, I can assign this to teacher. And when I'm assigning this report to teacher, and teacher can't see all the courses in the system. He can see the courses he enrolled to as a teacher. He can't see the 33 courses. He can see the courses he enrolled to. Okay.
Okay.
That's how I can set up a permissions. And as I said, scheduling. Scheduling is very easy. You can just select a role, and you select the user from that particular role. And as you can see here we are getting only admin, manager, and teacher, as we set a permission for only these 3 roles. So it depends on, when you're scheduling report, it will check that this particular user is capable of viewing the report or not. So, and just select the format of the report and send report to email and select the frequency and schedule it.
Okay.
That's
what it. And there was no time on this. Is that a particular time of day that executes?
Yeah. If you go with the daily, you have a time. If you go with the week, it will send in the midnight. If you go with the daily, you'll have a time.
Cool. Yeah, it's a time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we have this scheduling feature that you can schedule to n number of people. And now how we can add this report to a dashboard. I'll just jump back to the dashboard. And now the next option will be add new dashboard. So now I want to add new dashboard here. When I click on add new dashboard, I have a pop-up here asking for the name. So I'll say I want to create a custom dashboard. This is a custom dashboard and which has nothing in it. It's an empty dashboard. So now I want to add some widgets to here. So when I click on add widgets, if I scroll completely down, I have the course report test here available as a widget, and I'll just add to dashboard. That's simple. You can create a report and add to your newly created dashboard, and you can see the new dashboard here listed in the switch dashboard option. And you can even add more widgets. I'll just select some random widgets here and I'll say add. That's simply you can create dashboard, and you'll have the dashboard here. You can easily switch between. And you can even, if you want to add some tiles to it, you can do that easily. I'll just switch to custom dashboard and I'll try to add some tiles here. And if you see by default, when you add the tiles, which is a raw, I mean, there is no configuration happen. You can do the configuration based on your requirement. If you want to add an image, your own image, you can upload that. If you want to change the color, you can change the color based on your branding or your preferences. So you can completely customize this widget. If you see the course dashboard, you will see different colors of widgets here, different colors of tiles here. You can configure like this. You can change the color if you want to fill the complete tile, or if you want to have a border, you can do that customization. It all depends on your preferences. So that's how I can create a new dashboard. And now I'll just go back to dashboard. And the next option will be, this is manage reports. We already see the list of reports. Now we have a switch role option here. I can switch between multiple roles and I can set up a dashboard. For example, if I switch to teacher dashboard, I'll have a different dashboard. And if I switch to student, we'll have a different tiles and widgets. And when I switch to a particular role, when I go to widgets, you can see that this is only 5 reports available to add here. So that, the widgets, based on the role, we are getting the reports, based on the permissions and everything. So we can't get all the reports here to add to student. If I go to teacher, I'll get the reports related to the teacher. I don't get all. I'll just get the reports related to teacher. I mean, based on the permissions. So I'll just switch back to default role. And I want to explain you the dashboard widgets, some of the dashboards we have. The major dashboard depends on the courses, learners, and activities. So here you can see the trending courses, like, based on different data points, I can decide the trending course. Based on the participation, how many enrollments, how many completions happen. Or I may want to see the trending course based on the access. I mean, number of views happen to the course. Or I may want to see the trending course based on the grades. So if you observe that, without refreshing the page, without going anywhere, I'm just changing the graph inside it, with the different data points. So that's how I can see the single report with the different formats, different data points, so that I can analyze the training courses based on different data points. And the same point for top learners. And if you scroll down, we have a course summary, learner summary, and activity information. This course summary is very much important. If you want to check any information related to course, you can have it here. Like this particular report widget has multiple formats. Like you can see the participation here, or you can see the completions here, and you can see which one has low completions and which one has high, and you can see the access happen to each course, and you can even see the tabular format of the report. See, this tabular format of the report can be customized anytime, based on your requirement. You can remove some columns, you can add some columns. So it's all, you can configure, you can customize it. And if you have hundreds of courses, you can just, you can come here and you can just search here. Like, I want a particular course and I want to see the information of that particular course. Fundamentals of quantitative modeling. I have 28 enrollments, 5 completions, 8 activities, something like that. So what are the information? And the good thing here, I want to see what are the 28 enrollments. I'll just click on 28 enrollments. So this is a drill down option where you can see the information, dig deep into, by clicking on that particular link, I can see more information. Like who are those 28 people and what they are doing, like how many assignments they completed, how many SCORMs, something like that. And if I click on activities, I can see what are those 28 activities available in this course. This is these course activities, and I have 10 learners completed this activity in this course. And this is the average grade, this is the highest grade. And what are the grades? If I want to see, I'll just click on grades. Again, I can see who completed and who gets the grade here. So this is a drill down feature, so that you don't need to go anywhere. You can see the complete data related to course here itself. And when I click on the course, I can see the complete course profile here. Again, this course profile also you can customize based on your requirement, which columns you want to see in a profile. So,
so just to confirm, all the reports and things that we're looking at here, it's all fully customizable, yeah?
Yeah, customizable.
Yeah.
Customizable based on the data points and based on the what are the availabilities. You know.
Okay.
If you go to course profile, you can customize it until, you know, based on the data points you have. You can add some different data points here. You know, for example, if I go to this course report test, if I go to design page, I can see, I can customize, or I can add or remove the columns based on here what you see, right? So based up to some extent, you can customize definitely. If you want to add a new graph, or you can do that, you can add or remove existing columns, you can do that. So at some extent, based on available data points, you can completely customize, definitely. Okay. And this is the course profile. And when I click on this view more, for each and every report, I have this view more option where I can go to the actual report. This is a view report, and I can select the multiple courses here, and I can compare those courses, and I can view multiple courses at a time so that I can compare those. And here again, we have this drill down option where I can just see what is happening.
And you and your family. And I'm here with exciting news. So please write down the number below. If you're between the ages of 50 and 85,
someone
is guaranteed.
Okay, no problem. So sorry for that. You know,
it's okay.
That's when you click on progress bar, you can see the progress users. So, and the same way you have a users. I just close this one, and I'll see the users. When I click on any of the users, I can see the user profile. And when I click on view more, I can compare multiple users. Like that. And I can see the more information here itself, like 3 courses he enrolled to, and what are the courses. And when it comes to the completed activities, I can see what are the completed activities and when it completed. So there is a drill down option so that I can see everything here itself. I don't want to go anywhere. And as I said, if I want to communicate with any user, for example, this particular user didn't started the course yet, so I can just click on this message icon. I can send an internal Moodle message saying that, okay, something like that. So it will send an internal Moodle message for that particular user. So message sent successfully. So that's how I can compare, and I can interact with the student. And each widget has its own features, like, you know, you can download it from here, you can edit from here, do some actions like edit, design, or delete, go to edit page or design page or delete page, and you can change the format of the report, and you can schedule it from here directly. And if you want to send a quick email to any user, you can do that. You know, you don't want to do the scheduling, but you want to share this report to someone right away. You can do that. Mm-hmm. So just select the user, select the format, just send. So mail scheduled successfully will be delivered in 5 minutes. That's how you can quickly send emails, and you can even filter the data here on the fly. That's how you can filter the data.
Okay.
So that each and every widget has its own features, has these features of everything. And we have our users and created activity information. And we have another dashboards like course dashboard, where we have some of the major activities information like assignments, quizzes, and SCORMs, and the resources information, and assignment report, quiz report. And this is also same, you know, you can check in a different formats, and you can even have a tabular format, and you can see the detailed report of regarding all the assignments in the system. And we have other dashboards like geographical dashboard. You know, when Moodle, when you log into Moodle will capture your IP address. You know, based on that, we are capturing the user information, like what device they're using, what browser they are using, and everything. You know, based on that information, we are having this geographical dashboard. Based on that, we are saying that, okay, which browser using mostly and which device is popular, and we are saying that trending browsers, top access location, most access device, something like that. And as you can see, it accesses from all over the world, different areas of the world. So you can see from where how many views happen to this site, something like that. So this is a geographical dashboard, and because of we are capturing this user information, we have a privacy compatible of plugin. As you have recently Moodle introduced that GDPR privacy compatible for the plugin. So we have that. So we have that information, what we are capturing and what we are doing with that information.
Okay.
And time spent. When you install this plugin, Moodle will the LearnerScript will capture the user time spent, actual screen time they're spending on the system. So when from the day you install this plugin, you will have that, and it will show the report saying that each user how much time they are spending on the system, and each resource how much time they are spending. Actually, we are trying to avoid this average time spent. We are about to remove this. There are some performance issues regarding the average time spent, but we'll get a total time spent, how much time they are spending. Okay. And
so just to confirm, so that's time spent within the system, and then now you've got time spent on a content page. Do you have time spent within a course?
Yes,
you do. Okay.
Yeah, we have, based on the time spent, we are even deciding the training course, which course we have.
Okay, so I could look at it, for example, on average, how long is different users spending time, how much time each user is spending within a particular course, so I can look at, okay.
Yeah, you have that. You will have that. If I go to course page, you'll have there itself.
Okay.
I think on the main dashboard it's there. Anyhow, we are capturing that data. We have that. By course we can give that.
Okay.
If you observe here some of the data points, like
Okay. And how does that? So that time spent. So, for example, does it look at activity? So, what happens if a user just leaves a browser open on a page or in a course? At what point does it stop tracking time?
If it's idle for nearly 5 to 10 seconds, it will stop tracking it.
Okay. And by idle, is that mouse movement or page movement or?
It captures everything. If it's not moving mouse, or if we don't have any actions from the keyboard, so if you switch the tab, something like that. We are capturing the screen time, and we're not capturing the ideal time. And if you switch that between tabs, we're not capturing the time. So I think it's somewhat accurate, and I know definitely we can't make it 100%, but it's much better. It's much better.
I'm mostly interested in for comparison purposes, and so for example, because I know these things will never be 100% accurate, but if I can see, and this is why the average time spent, I understand that could be a performance issue, but so the absolute figure for each individual, I'm not as worried about, although comparing the individual to the average is quite a useful exercise.
Yeah. So. As you can see here, each course we have here the average time spent, but we'll have a total time spent also. And for each user also, we can get that. So that's a time spent dashboard where you can, see the time spent. More time spent will be mostly useful for resources also. When it comes to resources, we can't actually grade it, so it's too difficult to say which resource is popular. And
so I'm not as interested at a resource level as I am at a course level. Yeah.
Okay, so that is one advantage. And as you can see here at the top of the dashboard, we have site visits. How many visits happening every day. So for last 30 days, we have that.
Okay.
So this is a kind of a time spent, and based on how much users spending on this particular system. So it's more about that.
This is where cohort, the ability to view things by cohorts would be really useful. So, for example, because we have different students doing who are active at different times, so being able to look at cohorts of students who are all doing the same things on the same courses would be really useful. So.
Yeah, definitely we can discuss in a different call, or if we can have a personal discussion regarding that, and we can see how we can make this tool, based on from the cohort perspective. Because we recently got some requests from one of the clients regarding the categories. They want to see everything from the categories perspective. If they want to have a filter, they want to see everything category wise. So yeah, definitely we'll have some different requirements, but this tool is very capable of easily switch for those kind of requirements.
Okay.
We can definitely discuss on that in personal, I think.
Out of interest, how long has LearnerScript been going? It's noticed something I've only recently heard of. How long has it been around?
We recently launched this almost like 5 to 6 months. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's about the different dashboards and the LearnerScript features and the live demo.
Okay.
So let's just get me to the presentation. Okay, so any questions or queries to answer?
Not at this stage, no. So just to let you know where we are. So we've just launched a new business, and so we've got our first learners going through some courses at the moment. So we're only got 20 learners in the system currently. So hence the fact that we've just built some quick configurable reports to give us what we need. So essentially what I'm looking for at the moment is what we're going to need in the future. So this isn't something I'd be looking to purchase now. It would be a little bit further down the line. However, just so you're aware of, we've also looked at IntelliBoard, and we've discounted IntelliBoard. It is not as user friendly as your system appears to be. It is not as configurable as your system appears to be, and that was my biggest problem. Is that they have a huge number of reports. But there are very limited options to configure each report. And you can't really build a report as well. So this looks nice. So yes, it's definitely something that I will come back to. Probably, where are we now? Probably towards the end of this year. This is when we're going to be looking at making a decision on what we need. And part of it is because while we learn it, we're working with employers and line managers and students. We're starting to learn what they want rather than what we think they want. And so we wanted to wait till we've got that done before we make any decisions. So
yeah, okay. Thank you. Thanks for the kind feedback, and yeah, definitely hope we'll work together.
okay, so in terms of keeping up to date as you release new things, and obviously this is very new, I imagine it's changing all the time. Do you have an email newsletter or a blog or something that I
Yeah,
can
we
subscribe
have
to?
a blog. We regularly blog, and you can sign up to our newsletter. Definitely, we'll have
Yeah, I've just found it on the site actually. So yeah, I'll sign up for that as well. So okay, cool. And so this is, like you say, so this has only been around 5 or 6 months.
Yes.
Okay, it looks good for something that's 5 or 6 months old. It looks good. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That's been very useful.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions from anyone? Okay, thank you. Thanks for your time. It's been great, having demo and you guys joined here. So if you have any queries, just email us, info@LearnerScript, or you can even email to noel@learnerscript.com. So we'll reply as quickly as possible.